Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Ruby Lita, and since I had to clean my bookshelves and clean up and put my books that I'm currently reading back onto my shelves so I can take an updated picture, we are gonna go ahead and film a bookshelf tour. Although I am currently super sick, I sound really nasally, so I'm sorry about that. And yeah, we're just gonna jump right in. So here's my bookshelves. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down, go back up, and then go back down. So on this shelf up here is I have Check and Mate by Allie Hazelwood. It's the only Allie Hazelwood romance I have, and it's a young adult romance. So yeah, I don't know why all of these are okay. Anyway, I have the Dreamland Billionaire series right here. I've only read these two. I need to read this one, and I have not read this one yet. There's the Powerless series. I started it, DNF'd it because I wasn't, it was like a soft DNF, honestly. I just wasn't in the mood to read it. And then I have the entire Cruel Prince series. I forgot what it's actually called. That's okay. I have Belladonna right here. I'm hoping to get the other two books soon, and this is The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. This is what is it? Chronicles of Narnia. That's the Chronicles of Narnia series right there. And then down here I have all of my Twilight books. This is the Director's Notebook. Then I have all of the books, a graphic novel, and then I have all of the Miss Peregrine series here. You can tell where I started collecting them as they came out. And this is also the graphic novel for this series. Down here's my dark romance shelf. So I have Gothicana. I started it. I also soft DNF'd it, hoping to read it soon. Then I have The Shadows Between Us, Hooked. This just matches the aesthetic of this shelf, so that's how come this book's on here. Then I have my special edition of Hooked, Court of the Vampire Queen, Her Soul to Take, The Coven, The Cursed, Satan's Affair, which I'm currently reading. Then I have Haunting Adeline, Phantom, Hunting Adeline, Where's Molly, Shallow River, Does It Hurt, and I will continue to collect all of H.D. Carlton's books as they come out. I've only read Haunting, Hunting, and Where's Molly. So far, I'm currently, like I said, reading Satan's Affair, and then I'm hoping to read Phantom next, and then I will read these two. Then I have Thirst, Butcher and Blackbird, Grimstone, and There Are No Saints. Then down here's my witchy shelf. So this is all of my divination, witchy, Wicca books. Starting with the Deviant Moon Tarot, the Dream Encyclopedia, Wicca, The Complete Craft, 1001 Spells, A Modern Witchcraft Guide to Runes and Magical Herbs, Book of Visions, Moon Magic, Crystallari, Green Witchcraft, Wicca, Happy Witch, Green Witch, Everyday Magic, Nightmares, a little bit of Wicca, Runes, Lucid Dreamings, Chakras, Mantras, Samhain, Yule, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Little Book of Witchcraft, and a Pocket Book of Stones. So that's all I have on this shelf. I haven't actually finished anything, but I've read a lot of random bits and pieces of these books. Down here is all of the maybe books. So what I mean by that is these are all books that I'm not sure I'm going to keep after I read. So I have A Fatal First Night, If I Stay, Don't Go to Sleep, The Girl from the Well, Full Tilt, Alice Hoffman, The Red Garden, The Ruby Ring, The Forest of Hands and Teeth, The Coldest Touch, The Kingdom of Sweets, and Babylonia? Either or. But those are my maybes. These are all of my, like, Asian-inspired books, kind of. Except for this one, I just didn't have room on another shelf, so it's right here. So this is The Night Dance. This is supposed to go in historical fiction over there on my other shelf. These I couldn't fit anywhere else. These are technically fantasy, but they take place in an Asian-esque empire. But I'm currently reading the first one, and it's actually super duper good, and I really do like it, and I love the world. But they are just here right now because, again, my bookshelf is very full. And then I have Tales of the Samurai, Japanese Tales from Times Past, and Ghostly Japan, which are all just tales from Japan. So that's what those three are. These two are Japanese English to English translated. So this is At the Edge of the Woods. This is The Dekagan House Murders. And then I have two in Japanese books down here. And then this is where my poetry starts. So I have The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, The Princess Saves Herself in this one, and Milk and Honey. Down here, I have quite a few books as well. These are all of my, like, stories and poems and plays, and yeah. So I have gothic detective thriller short stories, my Big Beautiful Book of William Shakespeare, my Edgar Allan Poe collections, H.P. Lovecraft, Great Horror Stories, Grimm's Fairy Tales, Myths and Legends of the Middle Ages, Under the Shanghai Tunnels, and Caravan. So out of these books, which I will go back up to that shelf in a minute, I've read all of Edgar Allan Poe. I've read quite a few of William Shakespeare's poems. I have not read any H.P. Lovecraft, but I have read a good majority, if not all, of the Grimm's complete fairy tales, and one story in this book, as you can tell, where that story ends. And then up here, I haven't read anything. I did almost finish this. This was a DNF, though. I am going to give it one more shot before I decide if I'm going to keep it or get rid of it. And I'm currently reading this one. Besides that, I really haven't read anything off the shelf except for The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one. So, yeah. We're gonna come over here. This is where all of my special editions mainly are. So I have The Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher, The Longest Autumn, The Stars Are Dying. I have two copies. This one was from Walmart. This one's from Alcrate. These are my Alcrate editions. 5 Broken Blades, Sanctuary of the Shadow, Ghost Girl Homecoming and Lovesick, North is the Night, 6 of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, the paperbacks of 6 of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, A Conspiracy of Alchemists, and then I have all of my Fairy Loot editions except for this one and these. So, The Gods Below, The Girl with No Reflection, Sleep Like Death, A Tempest of Tea, Only a Monster, This Vicious Grace, This Cursed Light, The Courting of Bristol Keats, the Alcrate edition of The Courting of Bristol Keats. This is the Illumicrate version of Watermoon. This is the Alcrate version of Watermoon, and Lightlark and Nightbane. This is the from Walmart is where I bought mine, and this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Nightbane. Then up here These are all Fairy Loot. This is my Vampire Academy series. This is Air, which is also Fairy Loot. Then I have Hamajong Luck, The Principle of Moments, Starling House, Until We Shatter, the Book Eaters, not the Book of. It's a Lumicrate version that I found at half price. It just doesn't have its dust jacket. And then Voyage of the Damned. All of these ones are Lumicrate. Then I have my special editions of Harry Potter, which is the Gryffindor set. I bought these ones off of Amazon. Then I have like my cozy-esque books. So Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. Legends of Lattes, that was one of my top reads of last year. Bookshops and Bone Dust, The Spell Shop, The Honey Witch, and The Teller of Small Fortunes. Both the Owlcry and Fairy Loot edition. This one's also Fairy Loot. And then we'll go through real quick. Down here, I've only read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. On this shelf, I have not read any. I am currently reading Watermoon, though. This shelf, I've read the entire Vampire Academy series. And I haven't read anything else. This was a soft DNF because I want to read the series first, and I heard that it was a complete continuation of those books. So that's how come I haven't read that yet. I have only read the first 4 books of the Harry Potter series. I have yet to read 5, 6, and 7. Again, I read Legends of Lattes last year, and I haven't read anything else. Up here, I have City of Bones, have not read. I've read Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies and Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. I've also read The Fifth Wave. I actually get the 3rd book tomorrow, and I'm going to immediately start reading it. But I have The Fifth Wave, The Infinite Sea, and The Last Star. I've only read the first one. Up here is From Blood and Ash and all of my other Jennifer L. Armentrout books. I've only read From Blood and Ash. I'm currently reading A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. And then I have her young adult series right here. Still need to collect the last 2. Then here's my Lord of the Rings shelf. I've only read The Hobbit. And then I have Unfinished Tales and the 3 Lord of the Rings books. So I'm hoping to start the first one soon, which I believe is over here, and this is the 3rd one. No, second 3. But the first one's over here. And then I have the Caraval series, What the River Knows. I did start reading it. Softly DNF'd it as well. And then I have These Violent Delights, The Once and Future Witches, Daughter of the Pirate King, and Daughter of the Siren Queen. She Who Rides the Storm, Gideon the Ninth, Twin Crowns, Curious Tides, and Lore. This is a Fairy Loot edition. I have not read anything on this shelf. Down here, I have The Priory of the Orange Tree and A Day of Fallen Night. I soft DNF'd the first one. It's just I wasn't in the mood to read. A lot of these, I just wasn't in the mood to read it at the time, but I still want to read. Then I have Dragon Slayer, The Night Ends with Fire, which is a Fairy Loot edition. Yeah. Then I have Fireborn, Flamefall, and Fury Song. I got these from Walmart. Then I have Of Jade and Dragons. This is an Illumicrate edition. A Language of Dragons. This is a Fairy Loot edition. Jade Fire Gold, which is a Fairy Loot edition, and then Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, which these 2, I got this first one from, I think, Walmart, and I got the second one from the bookstore that's in town, but I'm waiting for Onyx Storm to come out with just the complete blacked out pages, because that's the editions I have. And the only one I've read on this shelf is Fourth Wing. Then we go down and we get into like my horror thriller and historical fiction shelves. So I have 13th Child. This just went along with the theme of this shelf, so I don't really know. I know it's a young adult book, but I don't actually know the like category it goes in. And then I have The Corpse Queen, The Book of Living Secrets, House of Furies, Court of Shadows, and Tomb of Ancients. Wow. Okay. Anyway, by Madeleine Rue. She's one of my favorite authors, young adult horror authors. I love Asylum by her. I just don't own the Asylum series. I did read The Book of Living Secrets. I also have read The Woman in the Walls when I was younger, and I collected it. So, it's on my shelf. I have Fairy Tale by Stephen King and Finders Keepers. Had not read those. I also have Coraline and The Silent Patient. I have not read it or started it yet. I just have the bookmark in it so I can start reading it soon. Year of the Reaper. That's a Fairy Loot edition. It just, like I said, matched the shelf and it's where it could fit. And then I have Babel, If We Were Villains, The Book Thief, Peach, Blossom Spring, and Congo right here. Congo just couldn't fit all the way down here, so it's on this shelf, but those are my historical fictions. Then I have Murder Your Employer, The Cuckoo's Calling, Let Her Lie, The Stranger Upstairs. Out of these four, I have only read Let Her Lie. Then I have the entire Jack Carr series in paperback, and then the two newest books in this series in hardback and signed, because we met the author when this one came out, and then I was in labor when he came for the book signing for this one. Just fun stories. But I've only read the first two. I am currently reading the third book, and then yeah, I have 3 more to read, and then I can read Red Sky Morning. Then I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and Mexican Gothic. Have not read those. And my last shelf, which is my classic shelf, is Anne of Green Gables, Alice in Wonderland, Alice in a Birthday. These two are on this shelf purely because Alice in Wonderland's right here and I wanted to keep them together. Frankenstein, my different copies. Dracula with both my copies. The Haunting of Hill. House by Shirley Jackson. I've read all of these. I've also read the first Alice in Wonderland. I have not read Through the Looking Glass though. But yeah, like I said, I read Frankenstein, Dracula, and The Haunting of Hill House. I also read The Phantom of the Opera. Recently got The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Other Stories. I have The Scarlet Letter, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, To Kill a Mockingbird. Have not read any of those. Wuthering Heights, Emma, Sense and Sensibility again, and Jane Austen, her complete novels. Have not read any of those either. I also have 2 Tony Hillenbrand books, which is Hunting Badger and A Thief of Time. And yeah, that is all of the books I own. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, I'm so sorry that I sound so sick. I hope to be getting better soon and start filming more videos soon. Just gotta get there and stop catching a cold every single month. I've literally caught a cold probably for the last 4 to 3 months. Every single month. And it's been horrible. But yeah, now I'm gonna go grab all of the books that I'm currently reading, which I forgot to tell you guys I am currently rereading Dracula as well. But yeah, that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys liked it. If you did, please leave me a like button. Please hit subscribe if you wanna. And I will see all of you beautiful people in the next video. Bye.